the bust being made. If the candelabras get knocked over, the carpet will, the pillar. Even though you would like to, you have no. If the candle, science has all, you are not. You have no need to
Okay, gut. Vielleicht wäre das eine Option gewesen, aber... Oder können wir da was mitmachen?
You should leave the portraits here. They may well be missed. You should leave, expecting them to be filled. There is no wood.
Okay. Ich denke, ich kann da auch nicht reingehen oder so, ne? Nee. Okay, gut, dann probieren wir es wirklich mit dem Klettern. Und dann wird es ja wahrscheinlich auch schon bald vorbei sein hier. Okay. Speichern.
Seeing no other possible escape route, you climb onto the ledge and carefully lower yourself outside, hoping to find a decent foothold. It is a long way down.
Und wir haben kein... Oh Gott, wir haben kein Seil oder so.
You are way too busy holding on for dear life.
Okay, muss ich denn das hier machen? Wir müssen jetzt wahrscheinlich rausfinden, was der Weg ist, ne? Oder kriegt er das alleine hin? Okay, scheint aber zu gehen, ne? Muss ich hier durch? Oh oh.
Suddenly, you hear a switching noise in your ear. It's joined by two others. You instinctively try to brush whatever it is away, but in doing so, lose your hold on the bricks and fall backwards. Time slows as you fall, and your world turns black.
When I saw you, I knew it was true. There's a love between us won't be torn in two. Once waked from sleep, I'll smile and speak, and open a door forevermore.
Our guest has awoken, my love.
Ah, good evening, dear king. I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I am Count Caldor, former lord of the realm of Colima. May I present my wife, Countess Lavidia?
A pleasure to see you again.
In gratitude to you for alerting me to my wife's grave condition, I took the liberty of preparing you a dish. I thought you might be hungry after your harrowing adventure at my window. You will forgive us if we do not join you. Our tastes differ from yours, do they not, my darling?
You shudder to think what different tastes actually means, but for some reason you note that you can no longer hear any rats squeaking in the distance.
Indeed, so much to become accustomed to.
You shall have all the time that the world has to share to grow accustomed to such things. Well, perhaps 30 years. Should the father locate the item by then, there might not be enough world left for anyone afterwards.
Has this father to do with why you frequently went abroad, always with that cloak of yours?
Most certainly. But I think that my affiliation with him and his association has come to a close. My obligations to them took me away from my beloved too often. I do not wish to repeat that mistake.
You are forgiven, my love.
Their attention, which seemed to have wavered momentarily, now redirects back to you.
Well, well, well. What to do with this one?
What were you going to do with him?
Kill him. I had quite clear instructions from Hagatha, who had apparently received them from the father himself.
But if you are not, as you say, affiliated with his association anymore...
They both share a knowing smile.
Tell us, King Graham, why are you here in Colima?
You take a deep breath, trying to ignore the fact that you are the only one capable of doing so, and relate your story of the vision in the magic mirror and your quest to find the 3 gems of nature. The Count and Countess exchange cryptic smiles.
Romancing the stones.
Indeed.
Obviously, that was a private joke, as you did not understand it.
So you search for the one with which you would share the rest of your life. On that I cannot fault you, nor on your intentions here. Therefore, I can forgive the trespassing. However, there is the matter of the dark gem you wish to remove from my castle. I place a deal before you. I am looking for a magnificent sapphire-encrusted tiara. It is a valuable family heirloom, and has been on this estate for centuries. This castle and its estate are old, though. It could be virtually anywhere, in any number of hiding places. I suspect there are many that even I am not aware of. I wish to present this tiara to my wife, as a gift to commemorate the eternity we shall spend together. If you can find it and bring it to me before sunrise, then I will give you the gem you seek and your freedom.
You nod, unable to believe that you have virtually been ushered away from death's door just so you can run an errand for a couple of vampires. You do not want to think about the consequences if you fail to meet the deadline.
Okay. Aber gut, dass wir überhaupt einen Deal machen können. Ja, dann gehen wir gleich mal auf die Suche und gucken erstmal hier noch ein bisschen rum.
There is a leg of ham on the table.
Können wir irgendwas mitnehmen?
You seem to have lost your appetite for eating at the moment. You take the ham from the dining table.
Okay. Können wir sonst noch was nehmen? Nein.
You seem...
Gut, kann ich noch mal mit euch reden? Also sie ist jetzt auch tot und auch gleich ein Vampir geworden und jetzt, ja, sie findet es anscheinend normal oder cool, dass sie jetzt endlich bei ihrem Mann ist, bis in alle Ewigkeit und hat auch kein Problem, dass sie jetzt ein Vampir ist und Blut trinkt, okay?
Pardon my asking, but as the Countess of this realm, I presume you have lived in this castle before now?
Yes, that is so.
Then how did you come to live in that old house by the sea?
After my husband died, I continued to live in the castle for a time. I watched my newborn son grow into a man, marry, and have a child of his own.
Possum.
Yes. Shortly after her birth, however, my son and his wife both befell a tragic end at the hands of
The Countess looks pained and appears unable to continue.
I apologize if I have caused you to relive your grief.
A vampire cannot truly feel grief, but perhaps my wife still recalls hers. I shall continue for her, if you so wish.
Okay.
Please, if I may know, how were your son and daughter-in-law lost to you?
They were slain by the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood?
You have met them at the church.
Your mind reels, so that is the connection.
Okay, also haben wir hier Vampire gegen Werwölfe oder so?
Why would the Brotherhood kill your heirs?
Oh. As you have just guessed, the Brotherhood wish an end to the reign of my family. Why else would they give you the means to penetrate my domain, so that you could do their dirty work for them?
The Cross Key.
Exactly. Stolen from me through stealth, and their own brand of magic. The Counts of Colima have all descended from a single bloodline. We have always been partial to change, as opposed to the stagnating status quo of the Brotherhood. Over the last few decades, the Brotherhood have tried to dispose of my family as best they could. That which I am now was brought about by them. They were the ones who set the monstrous, infected bat upon me. Long have I cursed my ineptitude. I should have used magic to defend myself.
Do not be so hard on yourself, my dear. I remember that night well. That hideous creature gave you no chance.
Perhaps. But I should have awoken from my dark sleep sooner. Then I would have been able to protect our beloved son and his wife, and you would not have been forced to flee the castle, to live out your days in that wretched old house, under a false identity.
It was not so bad a time. Dear little possum loved it. I hope she will be as happy in her new home. She has a new life now, with no reason to fear any more.
This Brotherhood, are they real monks?
They were once, but something happened to them. Local folklore would have you believe that Weirwood Forest is a host to certain entities. Spirits of the wild, they are called.
And what of them?
I believe the monks encountered these spirits. What occurred specifically is beyond anyone's knowledge but their own. But it is evident that the men were given the ability to transform themselves. Unfortunately, their minds were apparently transformed also. They began to believe they were destined to rule, and since have presented great danger to myself and my family.
So the danger you face is not a result of some decades-old feud?
Not at all, dear king, though history will likely reflect such. But, to answer your question, the members of the Brotherhood are no longer the goodly monks they once were. They do not represent their fellow brethren well.
Okay. Also, ja, interessant, dass das Ganze hier irgendwie in diese Sparte abrutscht mit Vampiren und irgendwie auch Werwölfen. Und ich frage mich, ob Possum jetzt hier wohnt, weil Lavidia, heißt sie ja, hat ja davon gesprochen, dass ob das Possum ihr neues Zuhause gefallen soll. Und es waren ja vorhin auch 3 Fledermäuse. Aber haben sie Possum dann auch zu einem Vampir gemacht? Das fände ich ja ziemlich krass, irgendwie sie dann ihrer Menschlichkeit zu berauben, damit sie als Familie weiterleben können. Aber gut, vielleicht finden wir da noch mehr raus.
So, I have until just before sunrise to retrieve this tiara?
That is correct.
And if I am unable to before that time?
The Count's eyes glint red as he looks directly into your own.
For your own sake, I shall hope that you are successful.
You bravely suppress a shudder. It seems clear that you are not off the hook yet. The
Okay.
Count has nothing more. The Countess has nothing more.
Gut. Was kann ich damit machen?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happens. Nothing.
Kann ich das nicht irgendwie durchschneiden?
You slice a sliver of ham for yourself and chew on it until your hunger is
Ach so,
satisfied.
Okay. Gut, dann ja, gucken wir mal, wo wir was finden. Vielleicht gehe ich doch noch mal hier hinten hin. Vielleicht findet man doch was. Ja.
This
Okay.
is just a small.
Und kann ich eigentlich hier nach vorne? Ja, aber ich hoffe, wir finden Possum wirklich noch mal oder sehen sie.
Expecting them to be filled.
Die Frage ist, wo soll ich hin, außer in die Bücherei und da ein bisschen weiter gucken? Oder kann ich jetzt hier... Nee,
You should
kann
leave.
ich da nicht gucken. Ah,
You see a young woman sitting on the dusty floor. She has a book in her lap entitled Little Red Riding Hood.
I wish I could read this story. All the pretty words.
Possum.
Whatever do
Und
they
Little
say?
Red Riding Hood ist natürlich genau ihre Geschichte eigentlich.
The pictures look interesting, but what is this book
Okay, vielleicht
about?
sollte ich jetzt mit ihr reden.
The book tells the story of a young girl who met a wolf in the forest.
The young woman's head snaps up. Her black eyes drill into your own. You gasp as you realize you are looking at yet another vampire. Just how many has the Count made tonight? The young woman's lips transform from hungry to, fortunately, pleasant recognition.
So you are the guest of my grandfather's house. I was hoping I would meet you again.
The woman is startlingly beautiful, but in an eerie, unnatural way. You find yourself unable to speak for a moment. She does look somewhat familiar, but from where?
Oh, my handsome gentleman does not recognize me?
Should I?
You remember the basket, the soup?
With a start, you recognize the young woman. She's grown and matured considerably since you last saw her. The little girl, Possum, has been transformed completely into this. She has traded her small ruby cloak for a dazzling satin robe of the same color.
Are you unhappy with my appearance?
No, it's just that you have me at a disadvantage. I do not know your real name.
Anastasia.
A beautiful name.
Yes, 'twas one of the few things my parents left me before they died. They're probably buried somewhere on this island, as a matter of fact. What do you seek here?
You explain your so far unsuccessful attempt to locate the tiara. The young woman looks thoughtful for a moment, then suddenly snaps her fingers. A discarded pile of books shift aside from the floor, and a single black book is revealed underneath. She appraises the black book with indignant incomprehension, then holds it out towards you. You take the book from Anastasia's hand.
I do not suppose that has anything to do with it, but it must be about something important.
Okay. Ja, ganz schön krass, dass sie jetzt auch ein Vampir ist und nicht die Möglichkeit hat, als Mensch zu leben. Das Grab ihrer Eltern haben wir ja auch schon draußen gesehen. Und ja, sie heißt Anastasia. Und anscheinend kann sie auch gar nicht lesen, was auch schade ist. Gucken wir mal in das schwarze Buch und wieso es so wichtig ist.
This black book is entitled Sleepy Hollow. It feels lighter than its size
Ja,
would suggest.
Sleepy Hollow kennt man ja auch. Aber was machen wir damit?
You open the book and are surprised to discover not pages, but a hollowed-out section in which sits a silver key. The key's handle resembles the shape of a sleeping child. There also appears to be something written on the back cover of the book.
Okay, was steht denn hinten drauf?
In the hollow, you can see that the inside back cover has been written on. Some words have been scrawled onto the paper. They are faded, but still mostly legible.
If treasure you seek dear to my heart, tales of fiction is where you must start. Find first the beauty with stepsisters too, then visit the huts that the big bad wolf blew. The girl with no flock will usher your way to the little old man who spins gold out of hay. Those two star-crossed lovers shall be your last guide. They'll lead you to riches that pirates did hide. What you earnestly seek shall now truly be yours, though get it part wrong and you'll be greeted by Moors. Okay, also wir dürfen keinen Fehler machen. Das heißt, wir haben zuerst, ist das Cinderella? Ja, ne? Ich verwechsel es immer mit einem anderen Märchen, aber ich glaube, im Englischen ist es Cinderella. Visit the huts that the big bad wolf blew. Also kommt danach Little Red Riding Hood. Glaube ich. Damit ist ja nicht irgendwie das andere mit den Schweinchen gemeint, oder? The girl with no flock. Also ohne Schafe oder so. Also Flock ist doch eine Herde, oder? The girl with no flock will usher your way. Okay, dann trage ich mal ein Fragezeichen ein. To the little old man who spins gold out of hay. Also Rumpelstilzchen. Those two star-crossed lovers, Romeo und Julia. They'll lead you to riches that pirates did hide. Also irgendwas mit Piraten, da weiß ich gerade auch nicht genau, welches gemeint ist. What you earnestly seek shall now truly be yours. Okay.
The writing scrawled on the back
Ja,
cover
ich habe schon
reads,
gelesen,
If
danke.
treasure
Gut, dann nochmal speichern. Und dann, ja, hat sie jetzt noch Little Red Riding Hood, weil das brauche ich dann ja auch. Vielleicht versuche ich doch mal mit ihr zu reden.
The book contains instructions, but instructions pertaining to what, I wonder?
Read it to me.
you do so.
Why, it's the bookcase, silly. It tells you how you'd find a book from there. You have to simply follow the directions. I am sure you will figure it out.
What is Moz?
He will not bother me, seeing as how I am not at all appetizing to him. You, on the other hand, would be precisely his cup of tea.
Anastasia's face lights up suddenly.
If you want, I can make you like me. That way, you'd be safe.
It would have sounded to you like a generous, innocent suggestion from a sweet girl if it did not involve large losses of essential bodily fluids on your part. You politely decline the offer.
Okay,
You have
gut,
nothing-
dann probieren wir es mal. Okay, kannst du mir sagen, wo... Ah, okay. Gut, also, wow, es geht ja wirklich jedes einzelne Buch. Wow. Da ist schon mal Romeo und Julia. Okay, alles von Shakespeare. Okay. Okay, Rapunzel. Aber Rapunzel, nee, ist ja nicht die den Stiefschwester, ne? Eine Flock. Hänsel und Gretel, nee. Fundevogel, was ist das denn? Snow White. Ich weiß nicht, ob Snow White das dritte sein kann, aber ich glaube eher nicht. The Girl with No Flock. Dann irgendwas mit Piraten noch. Oh Mann. Okay, es gibt super viele. Nee. Okay, Cinderella. Damit kann man ja schon mal
Cinderella.
anfangen. So, dann geht's weiter. Mary had a little lamb. Vielleicht ist das noch gemeint? Keine Ahnung. Rumpelstiltskin ist schon mal da? Okay. Sind es nur die dicken Roten vielleicht? Das ist das letzte. The Queen of Hearts. There was a crooked man. Sagt mir gar nichts, ey. So, was suche ich? Little Red Riding Hood eigentlich? Beauty and the Beast? Nee. Wo ist denn was mit den Piraten? Three Little Pigs kann es nämlich auch sein mit dem Wolf. Okay. Okay. Würde ich jetzt sagen, Three Little Pigs. Wo waren die? Da. Three Little Pigs. Also das hier. Okay, und dann, ja, keine Ahnung. Muss ich nochmal das Ganze angucken.
In the hollow.
Then visit the huts that the big bad wolf blew. The girl with no flock will usher your way to the little old man who spins gold out of hay. The girl with no flock. Jetzt muss ich doch noch mal gucken, was Flock genau heißt. Flock. Die Herde, ja. Dann würde ich sagen, das Mädchen mit
The
dem
writings.
Lamm. Wo war das noch? Das war irgendwo hier, ne? Gott, ey, es sind so viele Bücher. Mary had a little lamb, das zweite. Nein!
You become acquainted with the greatest book critic
Okay,
of all
gut, dann würde ich
time.
sagen, beim nächsten Mal machen wir es besser und finden dann raus, welche Bücher noch dazugehören. Also bis dahin. Tschüss.